Hello and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. On this show, I help members of the public get the very best price for their antiques and valuables. I give them a choice. Sit down with one of our regular dealers. They'll try and tempt you with the cash offer on the table today.
£350, £400. No, it's got to be worth more than that.
If you don't think that's enough money, and I don't think it's enough money, I'm going to say don't accept that. Have a gamble. Place those same goods into an auction. We hope to get a little bit more money there. And I'm going to be on hand to help and advise you all the time, so you don't have to worry. Today the show comes to you from Banbury. Look at all these smiling faces. They've been here since early this morning. They've brought along their treasures. They are determined to do business. They want to walk away with cash in their pockets or gamble and go to auction, but either way, they want the real deal.
Another day, another dollar for our dealers, and we get straight down to business with Tim Hogarth and seller Jenny. The Duke and auctioneer Richard Winterton are closely looking in on this deal to see if our Tim has a good head for figures.
What's this?
Well, it's a little bit quirky, but inside, if you lift the lid, you'll have a little interesting barrister's Victorian, we believe.
Very quirky.
Wig. Yes, it comes out complete.
Wow.
There we go.
What every barrister about town would have?
Carrying it in said case to court, no doubt.
Right. So Eden Sons, robe makers, to Her Majesty,
so
94 Chancery Lane, London. So we can pretty much date
Victorian, maybe?
Victorian, between 1837 and 1901.
Exactly.
And I would say that this is probably late Victorian, sort of 1890, that sort of period.
Yeah.
So how did you acquire that then?
A dear lady where a village I lived near Banbury gave it to me well over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
She was no doubt clearing out some of her relatives' pieces, and knowing that I do amateur dramatics and opera, she felt it may be useful into our stores.
It's not made of human hair, this, is it?
No, I think it's made from horse
hair. Do you want me to try it on?
Oh no. Why not?
Now, don't laugh, Jenny.
Promise.
No. What do you think?
It doesn't look, your face is too broad.
Is it? Is it too broad?
The other articles in here are part of the gentleman's extra pieces. That's the tabs that he would have worn.
Yeah. And that's obviously his collar, isn't it?
And it's named, believe it or not.
Let's have a look there. Yeah. Mr. Fortescue.
Indeed. You can't see many of those every day.
No. Well, I'll try.
Okay.
I'll try.
Now then, Mr. Winterton, can I draw to your attention this amazing example over here, which has seen all manner of things go before it. What do you think about this example?
Interesting, David. I love things when they come on the programme and anything that we see that's just that quirky, different. And it's not just that, we see one or two wigs come in, but it's the whole package.
Yeah.
Fab.
Where are you going to place it?
150, 200?
Right.
I don't
Well, independent values do the same thing. They're all in that kind of area. I look at that and think that seems a very fair estimation. But has Tim got a legal mind? We know he likes gold. Let's see what he puts on the table.
I like the case. It's very
complete.
very clear.
Yes, it's complete.
50, £100, Jenny.
You're about halfway, I think, at the
Halfway? I don't know. I thought that was quite good.
You may.
You see, I know you're in amateur dramatics, you see, because you've let that out of the bag. We want no amdrams on here.
All right.
120.
No, sir.
No.
No.
So I'm not tempting you with my 120.
Not at the moment, no.
How much is on the table?
120, David.
What's nice about this, we have the stand, we have the carrying case. He's obviously a registrar, this gentleman here. We have the name, a rather posh name as well. A question is, what is it going to bring in auction? It's a difficult thing to know, but because it's such a complete item, there's just a lot of character about it.
There is.
So,
I mean, it's very, very quirky.
very. I think it's got quite a bit going for it, and I don't think 120 is enough.
There you go.
There you go. It's homemade, isn't it? Right, Jenny. If I take this away and put that there, 150.
Not enough.
Right. 170.
No.
I'll go another tenner. I'll make it 180. But at £200, I think it's all the money. I do.
One more £10 note then.
Bank of Timmy is closed.
All right. Okay, I
Got a
understand.
deal.
We have a deal, sir.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Jenny.
you.
Thank you.
A lot of thought went into that, and our seller has decided she will be tempted and take the cash. I think it's a one-off situation to find a wig in this condition, complete with the whole paraphernalia. Was there someone who, like we are excited, could have got excited in the sale room and could have paid a much bigger price? We'll never know now.
So they finally cut a deal for Jenny's wig, but will Tim be able to clear a profit? Find out at the end of the show. It's across the dealer's den where John
Hello,
Parker
John.
has sat
I'm
down
Liz.
with
You're
Liz.
Hello,
Yes.
Liz.
Hello.
I've got a cousin called Liz. Tell me a little bit about this nice little watercolour you've brought along.
Well, it's not a family piece. I bought
not?
it. No, I bought it in a local auction about a year ago,
Oh, right.
and I liked the subject matter. I'm an animal lover, so I liked
Oh, right,
the fact that
yes.
it was the dog
Yeah.
and the horses, and I
Yes.
thought it was really nicely detailed.
Yes,
It's a lovely
yeah.
watercolour.
Yes, as you can see, it's looking at the edge. It's been what we call laid down. It's it's been stuck down. Somebody obviously has cut it out and then put it into this
Yes.
into this frame. But it's a nice subject. It's a sort of rural subject, as you pointed out. With animals, as, especially a dog and horses.
Yeah.
But we've got a signature
Yeah.
here, bottom right, and at the close of day, it's probably by, I don't know, I haven't heard of Mr. Murray or Miss Murray or Mrs. Murray or whatever, but it's a good, what I would say, amateur sort of painting. It's got character. There is a certain skill there. It's what we say, it's by a reasonably good hand. It's a,
Oh right, okay, yes.
It's a nice size. It's not too faded. There is a slight fade in it, which is always the problem with watercolours. I'm trying to explain when we come to a price
Yes.
as to why it might be
No,
this
absolutely.
rather than
I mean, that's fair
something
enough.
else.
Yes.
Let me say right. So, if I put 50 and a nice crisp 20, how are we?
No, not
Not
at
enough.
all. Not enough.
If I put another 20 down, are we getting close? Are we sort of...
Just before you give an answer
Ooh.
to John on are we getting close, let me tell you what the independent valuers say. 80 to 120, 100 to 150. So they're all in that region. Now, watercolours aren't the easiest things to sell at the moment, but I think it's got something about it which will attract either a watercolour collector or a dealer. So £90, decent offer, nothing wrong with that. Probably could do a little bit better, but remember, on the other side of the coin, there is a commission to deduct.
Yes. Thank you, David.
Well, Liz, that is really all, that's as far as I want to go. Only because I want to frame it, mount
Yes.
it, and,
Yes.
and you may be right, that may be a totally, it may be on the back of the glass.
Yes. I think really I'd like to take it to auction.
Well, I do wish you the very best.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I thought my offer was fair. I think David thought it was fair. You never know. On the day, it might do quite well. You've always got to take into account auctioneer's commission.
So has Liz made the right decision? The artwork is going under the gavel of auctioneer Richard Winterton.
She can't make it to the auction today, and so I'm looking after her interests. It's coming up now. The reserve is a little bit better, £120 as the reserve. I think it's about right. Is it going to make it? Well, we're about to find out. Here it comes now.
I'm bid £80, £90, £90 I'm bid at 90, 100, 110, 120, 120 down here at 120, 120, 120, £120 down here at 120. We are sold at 120.
Gambler's gone down at £120. We have a little bit of commission to take off, just over £100. And that's the amount that we will be sending on to you, Liz. That was the real deal.
Back to the wheeling and dealing. It looks like another quirky one for Stuart Hofgartner.
I've brought a 1920s Schuko doll that I was given as a child, about 4 or 5 years of age. Been with me ever since. I lost the key and recently found a key to prove that it still actually worked, and I thought I'd come along today and see if I can earn myself a few bob out of it.
Tiny?
Tiny, yeah, small, nice.
Tell me about it. What do you know about it?
I know it's a German Schuko doll, circa 1920s.
Yeah, it's 20s, definitely. Yeah.
I was given it by an aunt when I was about 5 years of age in Germany.
20 or 30 years ago.
Bit more than that, but yeah. I've kept it all my life. I did lose a key for it and spent 2 years hunting on the internet, hunting car boot sales. But last bank holiday weekend, went out on a Sunday morning, silly thing to do to a car boot sale, they're not on till Monday. Went home, looked at the internet, found a car boot sale, went, last stall we went to, found a box of keys,
key, yeah.
and there was a key for it. And just to prove it, the reason why I wanted the key is my wife had never seen it working. So just to prove it, I actually went, got the key.
I'm totally glad you wound it up because...
Yeah. I don't know if I'll do it right on this because it really needs a smooth table,
yeah.
But...
And it really works?
It really works.
So you're dead right, 1920s.
Yeah.
Schuko, made in Germany.
Yeah.
A well-known firm for making tin. This is basically a tin toy.
Yeah.
Interesting point about these. I've never really worked out whether it's an abbot or a religious chap who's brewed the ale in the monastery.
I think that's what it is. It's
or
a monk.
whether it's a child.
No, I think it's a monk.
When you put a beer glass into its hand, then it sort of makes it more the monastery and the monk, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So let's see if we can come to some agreement.
Yeah, see if we can make an arrangement.
Okay. Right. I like it, it's working. 20, 40, £60. Straight away you said no.
No. It's worth quite a bit more than that. No. I think if you give me another tenner on there,
another
I think we'll have a deal.
I think we might have a deal coming off here.
Right.
There you go.
That's it, I'm
20,
happy with
40,
that.
60, 80, 90 quid.
Right.
We have a deal?
Lovely.
Well
Hope
done.
you find a good home for it.
I shall.
You've
Thank
probably
you very
got
much.
someone in mind for it.
May well have, actually,
Yeah.
may well have. But 90 quid,
Yep.
have a good time with it.
Yeah.
Is Brian right? Will Stuart find that all-important customer?
The deal went like clockwork. I thought I wanted it and I bought it. 90 quid. It was enough to pay, but I'm happy.
Coming up, seller Neil tries to dazzle our Tim.
Comes up nice when it's rugged.
But will Tim grant Neil's wishes?
It's like a genie's bottle, isn't it? Yeah.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
We've seen all sorts come through the doors today, from wigs to watercolours. Now for something different with Joe Brayshaw.
Hello, you're Terry, I believe.
I am, yes.
I'm Joe, pleased to meet you.
Yes.
And you've brought, is this some of your excess?
Yes, yeah.
So have you bought them or inherited them? Or?
I think these were my mother-in-law's, but the rest I've got from car boot sales, charity shops. I've had them all a long time.
Right. So none of these people are members of your family or
no.
kith and kin?
No.
This one's silver, isn't it? This cameo here.
Yes.
This one
And that one, I think.
is the same.
Yeah.
These ones are, I think, what they used to call rolled gold.
Yes.
Just a
I thought they were
plated
gold.
or something. And this one's the same.
Plated, yeah.
This one's 9 carat. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any great value here because these are not very fashionable for the same reason you don't like them.
Yeah.
Nobody else likes them. We'll talk money, honey.
Get your purse out.
Get my purse. And we'll start with the 50. We go in the right direction.
That's a start.
£70.
No, a bit more than that, please.
I don't want to give a bit more than that.
Don't you?
No.
Well, that's worth another £5, and then it's a deal.
Another £5?
Another £5, and that's a deal.
Just a £5?
I'd be very happy.
You'd be a happy bunny with a £5?
Yeah.
I think I might have a nice new shiny one somewhere.
Good.
There we go. How about that?
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm
You got a
happy.
deal?
Wonderful. Thank you very much,
Thank you
Jo.
for coming
That's
in. It's been
lovely.
nice to meet
Thank you.
It's a done deal for Terry, and Jo looks pretty happy with her purchase. Over with our Tim. The next dapper seller has been out with a polish already this morning.
Comes out nice when it's rubbed.
It's like a genie's bottle, isn't it? Yeah.
That's right.
Now, how have you acquired such a lovely tea set?
I bought it 22 years ago as a present for still the wedding anniversary for my wife. And she passed away 12 years ago, and I've put it to one side in the attic out the way. And I got it down and cleaned it. You were coming
Which you've done a very good job of.
And I came to town, and I came down because I knew you were in town.
Right. And when you bought it for your late wife, did she like it?
Yes, there's a bit of banter really about the dragon's head on the spout.
What did she say to you?
Yeah, was I being funny?
Right. Yeah. Her indoors, a dragon.
That's right. Yeah. But it was just purely a joke.
Yeah. So do you know a great deal about it?
Yeah, that it's early 1900s.
Yeah, well, it's actually, if you look at the hallmark here, it's London. So we've got the Panther. This is the date letter. It's 1915.
Yeah.
So, and it's a very good weight. It's nice and heavy. I think the dragon's quite nice on it. I think it sort of adds a bit of... Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Items like this are not as commercial as for their intrinsic value. Maybe if this was Queen Anne or George I or George III, it would have what we'd call an antique value. But because it's 20th century, we're looking at its metal value. So there's 30 ounces of silver in this tea set. So I'm going to make you an offer based on its silver content. I'm not necessarily saying that it would be scrapped, but that's how it sort of works.
Okay. Let's see what you can offer.
Yeah. So 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, £400.
No, it's got to be worth more than that.
£450, Neil.
Just another tenner.
I do want to make a profit, but I will go that over tenner. So 460, Neil. We got a deal.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Today I bought a gold pocket watch, which I'm hoping to sell for some money because it really hasn't any sentimental value.
Nice to meet you,
Good
Jane.
luck, Jane. Let's get the deal underway.
And you brought along a watch for us.
Yes, without the chain.
Right, so there's a story here about the chain by the sound of it.
There
so
is indeed.
What about the chain first, then we get to the watch?
Okay, well the chain was split in two by my parents.
Right.
And a gold charm was put in on each one, and they both had a clasp, and they were given to my children on their 18th birthday.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Because yeah, it's a shame in a way that it's got detached,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
that's the bit you kept.
Yes,
I don't have to ask you why you're selling this now, then,
absolutely.
because
It's been in the drawer for 30 years.
right, okay. And do you know much about it? Have you opened up the back?
No, I haven't. I didn't even know the little things going
Well, this
on.
is interesting. 9 carat gold.
Yes.
Don't know whether you're aware that it was gold.
Yes, I was.
Because you
I worked
you
for
got-
an auctioneer.
did you? But you didn't.
Yeah.
You never opened the back up.
No,
Not even the
really.
one cover.
Haven't. I think an auctioneer did once, but I don't
because
think.
it's interesting if any of the names in here, the inscription, would appeal to you in the family, and be it because
I should
it's
imagine
9
it's
carat gold. It's a
Bennett.
double. It's got the outer case and the inner back
Yes.
case to cover the works. It's an unmarked Swiss works. Quite nice. Doesn't seem to want to hold its wind, so I can wind it, but it doesn't operate. On the outside of the inner cover, it's actually quite detailed as a presentation, and I will read it to you. Presented to Walter Bennett by J. Gash OB, Inspector of the Refuge Assurance Company Limited, for success as Superintendent, Banbury 1920.
I thought he worked in Birmingham, so that is a
Right.
surprise. I didn't
And
realise.
did you know that he worked for that
Banbury.
firm?
I knew he worked for the firm, but I thought it was Birmingham.
Yeah. Let's get some money out, see what I can buy. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160 pounds.
Nearly there, maybe.
Nearly there. You put another tenner down, see what we can do. £170 on the table for, admittedly it's a gold watch, but for one that's not working.
Yeah.
How does that grab you?
Deal.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Let's hope Stuart knows what he's doing. Find
you.
out how he gets on later.
Thank you very much.
Also coming up,
No.
Joy calls in the cavalry.
Another 10. And I think that's probably all I want to give.
Nice set there, nice condition. I think on that showing we have to go to auction, sir.
John's got his marching orders, but will our seller take the Duke's advice?
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
Hello,
Joy
I'm
has
John.
paid a visit to John's table.
Joy.
She's got high hopes for her father's set of military medals, but will she pin John down for a good price?
Joy, it's nice to meet you. And what can you tell me about these medals?
Well, I can't tell you a lot. All I know is they belonged to my dad.
Right.
And he was in the army, the Welsh Guards, and he went over to India in the Second World War.
Yes.
And that's all I can tell you, really. I don't know a lot about them.
Welsh Guards, very
yes,
good regiment.
Welsh Guards, yes, very good.
Let's have a look at them. And do you know? Do you know what they are? Which,
No, I don't know anything. I can't tell you anything about them. I don't know.
Right.
anything
Okay.
at
Well,
all about them.
let me have a look. Well, we've got here. First of all, we've got. I'm going to hold them up because I can see slightly better. That's the Northwest Frontier, 1936-37,
Yeah.
with, looks like George, is it George the Sixth? Yep, that's George the Sixth. We've then got two George the Sixth's Africa stars. That's basically for the Africa campaign. If you served in any theatre of war, you got what's called a campaign medal. So he obviously did two lots in Africa. And then we've got here another George VI medal. And that should have it on there, what's called the obverse. That's a defence medal. And then we've got another 3945, that's the war medal. So basically, if you served in India, you get a India Star. If you served in Africa, you got an Africa Star. And then you got a defence medal. And then you got various medals for the war itself.
Yeah.
Well, let me just sort of put a little money down and see where we can go. We've got 20, 40, 50 pounds.
No.
No?
No.
I thought that was quite a good.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Well, I shall go another 10, and I think that's probably all I want to give.
No, sorry.
No?
No.
Oh.
I don't think we can
Knowledge.
accept that offer of John's, can we? Medals are doing, even standard service medals are doing well in the auction room at the moment. Nice set there, nice condition. I think on that showing we have to go to auction, sir.
Thank
so
you.
I'll see you at the auction.
Thank you, David.
So, Joy, are you happy to go to auction?
Yes, I am.
Good. Well, I wish you all the very best in memory of your
Thank
dad.
you.
Come on, John, surely you could have done a little better there. Fingers crossed there are some collectors on the prowl.
They're here in the sale room. The auctioneer's estimate is 2 to 250, which is about right, and there is a reserve of £180. I feel confident they should get up to that kind of money. Here they are now.
Commission bids are in. I'm in at 160, 170, 170 I'm bid, 170, 180, 180.
180 in the room.
190, 200, £200 I bid, 200, 200 in the door, at 200, 200 to 200, £200 sold then at 200, door bid.
£200. Now, we have the commission to take off, which is 15%. I make that £170 coming back to you after the deductions. Are you happy?
Yes.
Are you getting ready for your holiday?
I am. Packing my case now.
She's packing her case. 170 quid. That was the real deal.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? It's our Joe.
How is it in your possession?
It's my mother's, actually. I brought it on her behalf. And it was her mother's, so it's my grandmother's. I'm not too sure the date of it. If you can tell me the date.
It's Birmingham hallmark
Yes.
from 1909.
1909.
Its manufacturer is an unknown mark, so it's probably just a job in silversmith. This one is in this box, and she must have hardly ever used it because it's in such good condition.
I think she used it as display mainly on her dressing table rather than actually used it for the day-to-day.
These are brilliant, I love them. They're not the easiest things to sell. That is. These are lovely. Mirrors like that. That is as good as you're going to get. Nice, as I said, heavy gauge silver, lovely condition, very, very pretty. The box is superb. The trouble with the brushes is that nobody wants to brush their hair with a brush that someone else...
Been used,
Yeah.
yes, I understand that.
It's just not a thing that happens. These, as I said, don't even look like they've been used ever, but it doesn't matter. People just go, oh no, no, and shy away from them. I have to say, when I get them, I tend to try and sell them, when they're as good as this, try to sell them like this, because I think they're a little piece of history. I just think it's so sad to split them out. As for value, we'll start, shall we? Let's see where we go. 50, £100. Are we getting anywhere near?
That's a very good start.
No, it is. 120.
Yes.
Oh dear. 30.
Can you better it?
I'll make it £140, but I have to say, Ronnie, that is as far as I'm going to go. After that, the gamble is entirely with you. So, it doesn't seem like a lot of money for such a lot of things, but that's kind of where I am with it.
Now, just before you say anything, Rodney,
yes.
I've been watching from the side. 100 to 150 is where the independent valuers and the auctioneers see it. but the marketplaces, a lot of people will look at that. Silver is not fashionable at the moment. They don't want to clean it. And ladies, perhaps young women, do they want to put on a dressing table an assortment of decorative brushes and mirrors? Sadly, that style of glamour within the bedroom seems to not be with us today. So I'm going to say that probably is the best you can get on the day.
Right, thank you. Well, our intention was to sell it, so I should imagine that we've sold it then.
We've got a
so
deal.
they're yours.
Excellent.
Thank
you
you
very much. And thank you for bringing such a nice thing in.
It's another happy customer. However, will Joe be able to sell this tricky item on in such difficult times? Find out later. Also still to come, John comes out with all guns blazing.
240, 260, 280, £300.
But will it be our sellers who call the shots?
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
Just before John heads off home, he has time for one last deal. Adrian and Christine have popped in with their very interesting find.
Adrian.
Let's see if they can trigger his interest.
And how come you've got this? This revolver.
It was found in our loft when we moved in.
Interesting.
We've just had it ever since. Didn't know what to do with it, so.
So what suddenly made you decide to
Because you were here.
Because we were here. I'll pick it up and see if I can enlighten you a bit. It's not my field, but it's very nice. Adam's patent. He was actually a very well-known maker of pistols.
Right.
It's got a number on it here, which is probably the patent number. The bluing is, like a lot of these things, as you can see, it's what we call pitted. It's, you know, it's. And I see it's missing its foresight. On the top, it's got something I can't quite read, but it's another, probably the name of the maker. It's in pretty good condition, really. I mean, this is probably late 19th century, something like that.
Right.
So it's, you know, it's 120 years old, 130 years old. A bullet mould.
Yes.
You've got a little powder flask. I'm not quite sure what this is. It's I think it's possibly the extractor for the old percussion caps there, because obviously when the hammer hits, they will stick.
Right.
So they have to be taken off, and it's probably too much. So I think this might well have been the extractor. Somehow go on and then pull it off.
If I can show you the. That fits around.
Oh, right.
And charged.
I see. Yes, it puts the ball and the powder in there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we've got the little
caps.
Those are the percussion caps. They go on the end
which
there.
goes
don't
on
they?
the
Yes.
back. Yeah.
So, well, let me see. Right. 50, 100, 20, 160, 180, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, £300.
Now, before you say anything as to what is on the table, let me ask you a question. You arrived here on Dickinson's Real Deal. You had no idea what this bit of old tat on the table was. Well, you knew it was a pistol, but did you have any idea of value? Did you think it was worth 50 quid or 100 quid? What do you think?
A few hundred, perhaps.
It was on 200.
Okay. It's worth a bit more than that. 500, 700, 500, 800. Those are the parameters and estimations. Right. If we don't get more than that on the table, because I presume it's not John's thing, then I'm going to say, see you at auction.
Thank you.
Well, that's all I'm prepared to put down. As David said, you know, it's It's all. It's.
You're not interested with the...
It's. I'm interested in buying anything, but it's not fair to you.
Right.
Because I've made what I consider as what we call a chancy offer, which we openly agree is probably not enough. So you're happy to go to auction?
Yes.
Good.
An experience. Yeah.
Well, it's very good luck, and
Thank
I hope
you.
you enjoy it. It's usually quite fun, especially with David around.
170, 180, 180, 190, 200.
Very interesting. There's a lot of information on here about the size of the barrel and so forth. And it's engraved. It's got a walnut butt on it. But nevertheless, we are assured by specialists it is decommissioned. It's coming up now. It's got a £500 reserve on it. You've turned down 300. Is it going to go off with a bang? Is it going to make its money? Well, let's find out. It's coming up now.
560, 600 shouted, 650. I'm 700 bid, 750 in the room.
Looks like the Duke was right again.
50 in the room, 750. I'm bid in the room at 750, 750. You're out. Sold at 750.
Gavel has just gone down at £750. I've got to take off some commission, so it's close to 640 quid. So you look a bit stunned there.
Wow,
So a good result.
That's really good.
Yeah. And Christine, happy with that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, £300 turned down, taken the advice of the Duke. Turns out it's 750 quid. Take away the commission, 640 quid. Now that's a proper real deal.
So the advice paid off. Listen to the Duke and you can't go far wrong. Altogether, our dealers have offered up over £1,500 of their own hard-earned cash. But just how much have they been able to turn around? Our Joe's done fairly well for herself.
Have we got a deal?
Thank you.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you very much. And thanks for bringing such a lovely thing in.
After paying £70 for the cameos and brooch collection, Jo managed to squeeze out a smidgen of a profit. However, she made up for it with the silver
Sadly,
dressing table set.
That style of glamour within the bedroom seems to not be with us today.
It's a tricky marketplace at the moment, but after forking out £140, Jo still managed a nice little earner. And Stuart?
Right,
We have a deal?
lovely.
Well
Hope
done,
you find a good home for it.
I shall, and
You've
thank
probably
you very
got
much.
someone in mind for it.
May well have, actually, may well have.
He did find the right buyer for the Shuko toy, and after laying down £90, he clocked up a little profit. And the pocket watch did even better.
£170 on the table. For, admittedly, it's a gold watch, but for one that's not working.
Yeah. £170 seems a lot for a broken pocket watch, but Stuart still managed to sell it on. This just leaves John and Tim. John offered up £500 today, but this still wasn't enough to keep his sellers away from that gavel. Come on, John, time to pull those socks
Not even
up.
close.
Not even close.
Not even close.
So it looks like our Tim is top dog. It was a gleaming result for the silver tea set. A deal was done at £460 and Tim cashed it in for a tidy profit. So what was the verdict on the wig?
I'll go another tenner. I'll make it 180, but at £200 I think
Case
it's all
closed
money.
for our
I
Tim,
do.
as it's a unanimous profit. Well done, Mr. Hogarth.
It's been a really exciting day here in the sale room. There's been lots of action, lots of bidding and lots of buying. I really like to see that. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. Bye for now.